Again, we're in the Gospel of Luke this year, and this is kind of really the inaugural word from Jesus. It's a very familiar passage. Some of you have heard me share this before, that when I was in seminary, like in 1984, our preaching professor gave his inaugural address on preaching in a time of crisis. I still remember a lot of what he talked about. He quoted Chrysostom and all these people from, early Christian doctors, and he talked about like you're in your office, it's November 22nd, 1963, and Kennedy has just been shot and died, and you've got your sermon there, or what do you do? And he was like, hopefully you're preaching the gospel every week, and then that's the sermon, and you stand up and preach. I guess I feel like recently my whole life is crisis preaching. I just feel like it's just one thing, after another, and trying to figure out how do we stay centered, and how is the word really, like whatever the word is for the day, how do we take that and how do we find a way to help it guide us? So this is a very helpful text. It's, again, a very well-known kind of influential text. Then Jesus, filled with the power of the Spirit, returned to Galilee, and a report about him spread through all the surrounding country. He began to teach in their synagogues and was praised by everyone. When he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, he went to the synagogue on the Sabbath day, as was his custom. He stood up to read, and the scroll of the prophet Isaiah was given to him. He unrolled the scroll and found the place where it was written, "Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor, sent me to proclaim release to the captives, recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." And Jesus rolled up the scroll, gave it back to the attendant, and sat down. The eyes of all in the synagogue were fixed on him. Then he began to say to them, "Today the scripture has been fulfilled in your hearing."